Join me as I dive deep into the principles of Stoicism and see if I can embody the traits of a true ethical leader in just 1 week. In today's world, ethical leadership is more crucial than ever. We're facing unprecedented challenges, from climate change to social unrest, and we need leaders who can guide us towards a better future. That's where Stoic philosophy comes in, an ancient wisdom that can help us develop the character and wisdom we need to make a positive impact. Ethical leaders face a multitude of challenges in modern society. They're constantly torn between doing what's right and doing what's popular. They're bombarded with conflicting opinions, and every decision they make is scrutinized by the public eye. It's a tough job, and it takes a special kind of person to navigate these moral dilemmas without losing their way. Not to mention the external pressures they face, from shareholders to social media, all vying for their attention and influence. One of the biggest challenges ethical leaders face is the pressure to conform to societal norms. They're often expected to fit into a certain mold, to toe the party line, and to avoid rocking the boat. But true ethical leaders know that sometimes you have to take a stand, even if it's unpopular. They have to be willing to challenge the status quo and take a different path, even if it's harder. Another challenge is the weight of responsibility. Ethical leaders know that their decisions affect not just themselves, but entire communities, industries, and even the planet. That's a heavy burden to carry, and it takes a strong sense of character to shoulder it. They have to be able to live with the consequences of their actions, and that's not always easy. And then there's the issue of moral ambiguity. Ethical leaders often face situations where there's no clear right or wrong answer. They have to navigate the gray areas, and that requires a deep understanding of their own values and principles. It's not about following a set of rules, but about making decisions that align with their core values. In the midst of all these challenges, it's easy to lose sight of what's truly important. That's where Stoicism comes in, a philosophy that's all about living in harmony with nature and cultivating inner strength and resilience. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, to let go of our emotions, and to make decisions based on reason and virtue. One of the key principles of Stoicism is resilience. Ethical leaders need to be able to bounce back from setbacks, to learn from their failures, and to keep moving forward. They can't let obstacles derail them, and they have to be willing to adapt to changing circumstances. Stoicism teaches us that we can't control everything, but we can control how we respond to it. Another key principle is rationality. Ethical leaders need to be able to think clearly, to separate fact from fiction, and to make decisions based on evidence. They can't let emotions cloud their judgment, and they have to be willing to challenge their own biases. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the things that matter, to prioritize our values, and to ignore the noise. At the heart of Stoicism is virtue. Ethical leaders need to be driven by a desire to do good, to make a positive impact, and to leave the world a better place. They need to be guided by a sense of justice, compassion, and integrity. Stoicism teaches us that virtue is its own reward, and that living a life of principle is the greatest happiness of all. One leader who embodies both ethical leadership and Stoic principles is Mary Barra, the CEO of General Motors.